Hello everyone. Today we will continue with the subject of God our Creator by focusing particularly on creation itself. Now you and I live in a very magnificent world. I think most of us can agree that we've been to some place in our life that just took our breath away. Whether that was from the hilltops of the Amalfi Coast in Italy or looking through the great caverns of some great cavernous place like Merrimack Caverns in the Ozarks, or even going to the Grand Canyon. Or here, where I live in Florida, where we have the beautiful Atlantic Ocean and the sun rises early in the morning. It shows us that the world that you and I live in is very organized, very beautiful, is not an accident, but has deep meaning and purpose. Now, when God made the world that you and I live in, the world that we live in has been given to us as an act of love. That means that all the purposes that God has given to us has been given to us ultimately who experience, you and I experience as humans, a higher form of creation because we are both physical and spiritual. That means that we have consciousness, that we are fully conscious and aware of our spiritual relationship with God, and also even our spiritual relationship with other people, and how we relate to even the rest of creation, to the creatures that we have, and to other things about this world that God has given us. What we come to understand is that there's this interesting fusion in how God has made the world, that there's a spiritual creation. So I talked about this earlier, that God would have created the heavens. So we believe that we created the heavens and the earth. So the heavens represent the spiritual reality. The heavens with the angels, with the cherubim, the seraphim, the heavenly realities. And those angelic beings, the angelic beings, are like us in the sense that they also have consciousness, and also they have a free will. That they have the possibility of willing to love and to do good. It also means that they have the possibility of willing not to do good and to choose not to love. Because they live in eternity, the decision that they make will affect their eternity moving forward. You and I live in time. You and I are creatures of time, and as human beings, we share a body very similar to like the rest of the animal world that we live in. So that means that we have to sleep, we have to use the restroom, we have to, take care of our bodies, we have to eat, drink, so on and so forth. However, our spiritual reality is like the angels, that there's something more than just a puppy dog or kitty cat quality to us. That you and I have the capacity and the extraordinary intelligence that's unique to the human spirit to create cathedrals, to make magnificent Caravaggio paintings and stained glass windows. That you and I have the capacity of thinking out and making cameras, and even the camera that's filming this session right now, an extraordinary amount of intelligence. Now, that's a spiritual quality that we just can't simply put into a measuring scales or dissect that or put those under microscopes. The experience of love, and even human intelligence, and especially our free will to love or not to love, as part of God's design in making us out of love. Why do I mention love so much about creation, and especially about human beings? Because love cannot be forced. Some people say, well, why didn't God make the world so that they had to love, and that there'd be no evil whatsoever? Well, if we were made in such a way that we had to love no matter what, then it wouldn't be a choice to love, and therefore would not be love. It would be some sort of a manipulated puppet show. But that's not how God makes creation. That's not how God makes you and me. So when we profess that we believe in our God and our Creator, we realize that this is a world that's made out of love and also with free will. The question is, how will you and I respond to God's goodness and to the purpose for which He has made us and the world that we live in?